I'm Sarah Herring, and welcome to your July 11th update from the 2019 World Series of Poker, courtesy of Global Poker. It's day 6 of the main event, and what started as 8,569 has been whittled down to just 106. I mentioned yesterday that the real pay jumps start around 72 players left when we get to that six-figure score region, and every decision is riddled with the intensity of that hand and the implied value of the life-changing final table everyone is reaching for. As I was walking through the Rio this morning in the halls, the vibe has changed considerably from a palpable and contagious excitement to a more somber and meditative focus. Lucky for both the fans and the media, there's an incredible array of players sprinkled throughout the chip counts, and really any one of them would make for a worthy champion. Well-known pro and 888 poker qualifier Sam Greenwood is coming in second in chips today with almost $12 million. He has more than $18 million in live tournament winnings and is certainly considered one of the best poker players in the world. Another player widely considered one of the best in the world, and in fact the Global Poker Player of the Year in 2018, Alex Foxen, is coming in with 2.66 million chips, so he has some work to do, but this is a spot that Foxen has plenty of experience with, and as we know in poker, just one double up puts him right back to the average chip counts, and then he's more than dangerous. Other notables we're keeping our eye on include poker industry veteran Garry, as well as the magician Antonio Esfandiari. Chip leader Timothy Sue is an unknown player in the poker world for the most part, but not for long. With more than 19 million of the chips in play, he is clearly a force to be reckoned with. The software engineer from Boston made a great point speaking to PokerNews last night when he said, "When the big blind is the starting stack, to think that that's what we started with is all unreal." All the players starting today are also guaranteed the cash value of their initial starting stack, and for those wondering, that's $60K. It's up from $50K in last year's starting stack. The plan today is to play 5.5 levels and get as close to 27 as possible, although most people anticipate that that's not very likely. There are, unfortunately, no women left standing in the field today, as the last woman standing, Jill Bryant, bust in the last levels of last night. She's a circuit ring winner and learned poker from her son. I love this story and figured, as a public service announcement, I'd say, gentlemen, if you're watching this, why not just sit down and play some cards with your mama? Do it if you can, because she might be next year's last woman standing. NFL lineman Richard Seymour will not be able to add a shiny gold bracelet to his collection of rings this year. Well, that isn't true. I'm sure he could have plenty of gold bracelets really anytime he wants, but not the World Series of Poker gold bracelet. He'll have to wait until next year to try his hand at that one again. As I was writing this update, Jeff Madsen bust in 102nd place. I just wanted to let you guys know it was a great run, but it's always disappointing after 6 days of the main event to walk out with a $60K ticket. But some dreams did come true. Yesterday, Hong Kong captured its second ever bracelet and its first ever on American soil when Danny Tang won the final 50. The final table was stacked, but Tang shared with us about his experience after his win.
I mean, today we came in fourth in chips, and I didn't have much expectation. Just want to get, same as last year, one hand at a time, you know. And I mean, Adamo was probably my toughest opponent on the final table, and he's a friend of mine as well. So I wouldn't say I'm happy to see him bust, but
We are.
Yeah, in a way.
It's taken 30 levels to get the little one for one drop down to just 48 players, and with 6,246 entries, the top prize is a whopping $690K. Mike Dentale comes into day 4 as the overall chip leader. The Brooklyn, New York resident has nearly $2 million in career tournament winnings, but he's still looking to add his first career bracelet to the resume. This tournament will play down to 6 players today and return tomorrow to crown a champion. After taking a day off, the 3K6 Max returns today to play out the final table on Poker Go. Tu Dao is the woman to catch, bringing the biggest stack forward and with the potential to be the second woman to win an open event. Some people may have to adjust their 2019 WSOP predictions, myself included. Check out the chip stacks coming into the final table. 42 players will return to continue their bounty hunting quest for the WSOP gold bracelet in the $1,500 pot limit Omaha bounty. The field is swarming with notables, including Jesse Sylvia, Daniel Negreanu, João Simão, Toby Lewis, and Jeff Lissandro. Play scheduled to continue until a champion, but my money would bet that they probably don't get there tonight. But hey, we're all gamblers, right? Let's give it a shot. The 3K No Limit tournament is returning as an incredibly stacked 14 players left. This kind of talent left in this type of a field is definitely a good argument for having tournaments continue long after the main event has started. Andras Nemeth leads the pack after an impressive showing in the latter stages of day 2. The Hungarian player has a wealth of experience and is well known to the poker world for his online achievements primarily under the Pro Beers alias. But Patrick Leonard, Michael Tereniak, and Will Givens are not going to make it easy for Nemeth to walk away with gold and 380,000 big ones. 1,250 players entered event number 80, the $1,500 mixed No Limit Holdem Pot Limit Omaha yesterday, and only 188 will be returning today. To give you some perspective though, that's 500 more players than entered this event last year. They'll reach the money today and the plan is to play to a winner tomorrow. Some notables in the field include Chance Kornuth, Sean Deeb, and Alexandru Papazian. Yesterday, the WSOP held day 1 of a totally new tournament in honor of the 50th birthday of the World Series of Poker. The $1,500 50th annual Bracelet Winners Only No Limit Holdem. A total of 143 bracelet winners entered so far, with registration still open until cards are in the air at 2 p.m. today. Leading the way with heaps of chips is Nikita Luther. After putting on a clinic on day 1, the Indian bracelet winner earned her first piece of gold in 2018 after winning the 1K No Limit Holdem tag team event with poker pro Giuseppe Pantelio. He also advanced in this event, as did Michael Gagliano, who sits second on the board and is followed by Yuval Bronstein to round out the top 3 chip counts. A couple of day ones will start today, and the first one is in event number 82, the $1,500 double stack No Limit Holdem. If the first one of these, which Joseph Chong won earlier in the summer for about $700K, is any indication of what we can expect from this one, players like this format, although they will admittedly complain about it either way.
Well, I complained a lot on Twitter, like every single day.
I do that too.
Yeah, about how long the structure is.
That's
And
how you get the
then-
cream of the crop at the top.
Yeah, and then, whining pays off usually in poker, so got first place.
Finally, the 100K High Roller will kick off at 3 p.m. and undoubtedly attract the biggest names and give us all the opportunity to watch the kind of poker that makes us go, wow. Nick Petrangelo won this event last year to take home the first place prize of almost $3 million. Now, if you're here at the Rio or at any poker tournament PokerNews covers, be sure to download MyStack, the app that makes it possible for your friends, family, and backers to follow your chip counts and updates live in real time. Thank you to our sponsors, Global Poker. I'm Sarah Herring, and you're on the best source for poker news in the world, PokerNews.com.